All right, here we go. Looks like Imperial are going to start things off on Blacklist as immediately into Machine Room, going to get aggressive here. Mendez picks up a double kill.
He was sort of hiding off to the side. That's one more. That's the VG way. They love that Machine Room control, as we have seen from the first 2 days. MG getting challenged once again from that A room. What an aggressive GR round number 1 for VG.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, VG, because they were higher seed, they did get the home position, so they got to decide who was going to start on which sides. And you do see that they have chosen GR to start off. So it's up to Will here, 1v4. We'll see what he can pull off.
And a nice cutoff by Lucalm there from a stairs. Now the C4 is dropped. I think the best he's going to be looking at is at least few kills out of this order.
All right.
And we'll start with that shutter kill.
He has shot here, so they have a good idea of where he is. Mendez has spotted him. They're going to try to get a kind of a crossfire going, but that is going to be a couple of kills now. Looking for a third. Will not quite able to pull that off. He's incredibly low now as he is on the run and gets shot in the butt.
Yeah, just got caught right as he was about to turn, but Will is the best rifler from Imperial with the best KD, so he can, with the addition of some luck maybe, can pull off a 4v1. It is totally possible. Of course, it's hard against such a strong opponent for VG, but starting off not that bad, getting at least few kills. VG with their massive pressure. Yeah, forcing out this comfortable position for Imperial and VG. They're getting some sort of information. Okay, at least 2 are in that Machine Room. Don't see anyone really from the A entrance doors. And VG actually opened that angle up. Just having one shutter AC, not really having full check into the A room double doors.
Yeah, you can see MG here. He has the angle. Looks like Lucalm a couple times. He's going to take the shot this time, but not able to land anything here.
As he's always trying to catch the rotation going from B to A or A to B into AC or out of AC. If you are good with some flick shots and some good drags, you can get that shot. It's oftentimes very hard, especially when GR side is jumping through it. You barely see their legs. And even if you hit, sometimes you don't get a kill, you just get the damage in. But this time, again, Imperial taking a whole lot of time. This time with the 5 members, but Lucalm peeks out for the headshot, and he will bring down the best among Imperial.
Yeah, certainly a good start, you would imagine. As you can see the push slowly coming on him here. That's a nice grenade right on top of Mendez. He was a bit low, but, you know, that was a really good grenade to actually finish him off there. As Lucalm pretty low himself, and now Imperial all of a sudden have the advantage.
But this push from Pepe gets one, trades one, GDSC. I think he wants to come down with that C4. Lucalm is waiting, but he is indeed very low.
Ooh. Really wiped the floor with them, and now it's only Knotson who is out here. And at least he's going to be able to pick off that first one.
But still, 1v2. Bomb is planted, A bottom. And MG trying to control that A room, and he does with the pistol. Knotson, he thought the enemy would just stay near A bottom or the stairs. Wasn't ready for that attack.
Absolutely. So here comes the aggression through the Machine Room once again. Pepe is going to light them up. Actually, Ruzha ends up picking up 2 of the kills. As you can see, even through the Machine Room, they're able to pick off 1 more. But Will and MG still available. These have been the 2 most consistent players for this team. But this time around, it looks like Knotson is going to get the better of Will and of MG to finish off the round.
And another headshot right there, as MG was basically really low, less than 5 HP, maybe at that door, at that easy wall shot. So VG certainly controlling the tempo. As they whenever they want to put some pressure, they are getting it with better trade. So Imperial, they better either slow things up and go in Ooh, with some better trade of their own, or pick some different places to poke into.
Wow, just shooting through the doors here, getting so much value. As you can see, it's pretty much only Fefe left. And they're going to go for the slow push once again. Slow and steady from Imperial. I feel like they're absorbing the pressure out of MG, or rather VG, so far, and it's been working out for them.
The flash doesn't find him immediately, takes one down. Ready with from AC. Not much damage other than the nade.
And there you go. Action's going to get that angle on the backside here. Rotates before Mendez can do that himself. So all tied up once again, as you would kind of expect. I feel like both of these teams do have a decent chance of taking this best of 3 and moving on.
But what I just liked a lot from Imperial is that they have waited for VG to come out. Likely they will try to push into A room or machine room. And then they got easier wall shots because Imperial, they stayed at a better position. They're trying exactly the same again, controlling the double door and then peeking into the A road. See if they can get any kills into control room. And right now, VG, after pushing out last time, it's double AC. A lot more focused towards the A site. As Imperial, they're not even peeking at all or using smokes actively into the lockers.
Yeah, this is where you come into a match and you have your set plays and your strategies and your ideas, but then there are some times where the enemy is not playing as you would have expected, and you have to mix things up. And I like that VG have taken a step back, and they've said, well, we can't just run straight into them if they're just going to wait for us in this kind of a concave here, as you can see Imperial are doing around the A site.
Just waiting and taking some time. Understanding that VG can come out and look for those crossing headshots during rotation. And I think that's the focus that Imperial has brought, especially with MG here, looking to cut anyone coming as a backup.
Ooh, that one caught Fefe. He's in a little bit of trouble, but he actually stays behind the wall for quite a while, but does get taken out. Action's extremely low, at least.
And Will takes one, coming from the square. So you're expecting all the enemies to come down from the AC. Two down. One more to go.
Yeah, Danimal just waiting for them. Mendez has literally 1 health. And
Will's going to come from a room and strike with that rifle. Not even a single kill going for VG this time.
yeah, clean sweep. Really nice aggression in there, and you could see that Fefe was kind of the safety valve, and he got caught out by kind of an unexpected flash grenade and suffered a bit from there to the defense of VG.
Yep, and after actively checking into that machine room, instant rotation towards the shutter just in case there's a rush. Yeah, we see 3 of VG. Sort of they thought about going back up at A. After realizing there's nothing else, only a flash and nothing else into the A stairs. Immediately going back to B now. Imperial trying to come into lockers for the first time.
Knotson using that smoke to gain position here in the corner. Ryu Zhao having a funny angle. We haven't seen this too much, and they're expecting a little bit of a push onto B. But so far, Imperial, again, they've been very passive here on Blacklist. They have not taken many chances.
Ooh, and Knotson was trying to jump past, go back to B site. MG had his aim right at the lockers. Pretty good shot opening up. Now Fefe comes in trades.
Yeah, Mendez able to push up as well and take out Will. Looks like they weren't expecting that one. So now 3-on-3, Rizal a little bit low.
Like the teamwork as VG were pushing from A stairs, and then Will came out from the control room, getting multiple angle access.
This is a good read from Imperial. There is currently nobody on A bottom. You see Fefe is up there in AC. He's got a good angle. He's going to pick off with a nice little headshot. Fefe has been on point here so far.
And Dynamo he looked and see if he can go around from Shutter. Now 3-man push down the AC.
Real quick, and Danimal is not able to do it all alone after MG goes down. And so another round here taken by VG. Extremely back and forth between these two teams.
Back and forth, but Imperial from Blacklist, as they are not 100%, but still scoring about the exact same round score that VG is actually having from GR side. So I'd say they're pretty happy about the results so far, as they never actually went into the B side locker. They picked into it a couple of times. And checking behind the boxes, as these positions actually can be dangerous when there's an attack from hallway. Because VG does have their focus from 2 AC, 1-way bottom.
MG keeping tabs there on control. Looks like they are going to go for this play. Fefe in position, but they know he is here. He's going to pull out right at the last second, and actually Lucom gets 3 from up top in AC. Wasn't expecting him to get that much damage down, but is really going to help out on the defense.
For a second, I thought Fefe got the kill, but it was actually Lucom from AC raining down. And VG, just like that. They will have a pretty good retake, as the rotation from a room, a stair, was actually a lot faster than what Imperial thought, I think. And they were looking to see if they can get a kill towards AC, not the stairs.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still looking pretty good here for VG after that round. Quite the clean victory in that last one. And you can see that they've adapted pretty well to the way that Imperial is playing, and they're not getting too aggressive anywhere. The most I've seen is Fefe, moving up A stairs and looking for some picks. But other than that, they have been pretty quiet.
Imperial, again, this time maybe trying to go into the vent. Trying to see if there are any picks from AC. Just saved positions. One checking from machine room, so there are no members of VG around the back. Checking hallway and into Shutter. That's Danimal again to the side position, and the rest near the door.
You can see that Will saw him as well, it looks like. Was hopping back and forth. Mendez not going to overstay his welcome. And you can see they're just waiting. They're trying to move in through A and shut down Mendez. That's a nice amount of damage so far, but the grenades are coming in. As Imperial, looks like Will actually tries to move in towards B and gets shut down, as Fefe's got a nice angle here too.
Ooh, and a pretty good spray from Pepe, but responding back from actions, and then Danimal from B side, they have access to plant.
They get that bomb down real quick, and you can see the big rotation coming in now from the side of Lucom. Let's see if they have any idea about this. Actions is going to be the first one to go down. Lucom spotted out here. Danimal
He's trying to buy time when there's defuse about to happen.
Okay, well.
Started defuse.
Yeah, not much he can do. As we'll see, the defuse is not going to get off, and Danimal is trying his best. Spray is coming through, and finally VG is able to take him down. It wasn't looking good, but Danimal slowly but surely nearly was able to take that round.
Danimal almost pulling that off, but he couldn't stay behind the box as the wall shots were coming. He heard all those bullets and said, I just have to get out of here. But even though he was somewhat covered in smoke, it's hard to get out.
I liked his timing. He was waiting until a lot of bullets had been used, and he knew that the pistol would be coming out, and then maybe he would have a better chance. But just good shots overall, and good awareness coming out from the side of VG, able to eventually take that one down. And if they could take this last one, only 3 rounds on Blacklist is very manageable for VG here on sub base.
Yes. There was a point where Imperial was up to 3-3 now. As VG got 2 rounds in a row. Let's see, this time it seems like Imperial is finally thinking about a all-B attack from Machine Room. There's always Knotson from the right box bait with a similar position. Now hallway, if they have access.
Yeah, the flash being thrown in from Danimal on stairs. They're going to find Ruzao. He had no idea. He was just rotating. Knotson in the corner has been spotted. He's able to take down one. Looks for GDSZ here.
Down to Danimal, who came from the side so quickly. He was waiting from the square.
That was a fantastic rotation. Literally perfect timing. As Mendez is being spammed through the smoke here.
As Will finds a different person through the smoke and gets a kill.
Yeah, and you can see like the second the shot goes off, they try to spam through. At the end of the day, Will is going to find a second one through the smoke. Danimal just over here, and that is going to be the end of that. Imperial able to take 4 rounds on Blacklist in what is a very even beginning to sub base between these 2 teams.
There's still a lot of scores going for Imperial from Blacklist. Of course, VG is also known to have lots of quick attacks and good results from sub base. But 4, I think, is a pretty good number for Imperial that they have done already in the first half. Now let's see where VG is going to focus. They do like to bait and spend a lot of their resources, pretend like it's a B attack, and then go all of a sudden go A.
Yeah.
And they love challenging a bottom directly. And Imperial, after watching a lot of games, they should know.
Here they come. Imperial is waiting. His actions just jumps ship. He's out of there.
Off to the side and he says, "Get out of my way."
Yeah.
I have to go back to B. After a couple of exchanges, and no big casualties, no big damage done from either side, but lots of smoke and flash already used. Especially for VG. Not as much for Imperial, as they got some solid defense. 2 AC again. Just like how VG positioned.
Oh, I thought he was going to get that one.
Yeah, the smoke kind of made it hard.
GDSC pops out here. He's able to get one. Will he have any help? Okay. MG from up top is going to snipe one as down comes Knotson. Immediately gets denied.
Yeah, that timing was a little bit funky. As he saw one, he saw left. And
ooh. All right, Pepe. Okay. Look at this guy.
Okay, you win.
Triple kill. And that is a nice little heroic performance there on round 10 that is going to boost VG ahead here on Blacklist. They gotta feel good after that one. Fefe, you know, from time to time, he hasn't really been the main protagonist of this team, but every once in a while, he really shows up big time.
Yeah, I do remember his a bottom defense where he got some really nice trade to begin, especially attacking into a stairs from the 5 box. First half, he did stay somewhat quiet.
Yeah. As we're waiting for this one, it looks like a rotation over towards A site is coming in from VG. Will is going to see some of these grenades coming on in. As down the stairs they come, it looks like GDSC in position. He's going to pick off one with 41 health, but he did his job.
And immediately backs out, drawing out many grenades, even frag. Trying to have the smoke and close the vision so they can pretend like they're going down the stairs from AC. But this is all for just delay.
Bomb is down. Let's see how they want to go for this kind of a retake. It looks like 4 people in AC right now.
Zhao can get an easy kill onto Will from from A room. There we go.
Okay, they've spotted Mendez here. It's going to be the one-on-one. Looks like
Whoa.
Mendez gets the better of him
Good
here.
pick.
As, oh man, he is pulling off a huge performance. MG now with 11 seconds left. He's going to try to smoke and go for it, but he immediately gets chopped down. Ryu Zhao says, I'm not having any of that. And VG move ahead now 7-4 on Blacklist.
So, we can feel that VG certainly got the momentum, even though they lost a member. Ooh, a nade trade.
Yeah, I like that.
So the kill came in first with the sniper, but this is basically MG saying, okay, I'm going down, but I better bring one with me before
Fair
I go
enough.
down to the nade.
Fair enough. He has been very valuable to his team
Oh, yes.
for quite a long time here in this tournament. But
Especially his Ankara games were absolutely beautiful.
see, just taking it easy with this one. Looks like Action's going to cover the corner here for now.
Rizal just spraying into lockers. Looking to do maybe some damage through the box, but gets none. A little to Actions. I think it was a nade damage.
Yeah, and there's always the kind of second guessing that goes through, okay, are they shooting this time before they run in, or are they just shooting to distract this time? And so it looks like Imperial overall are just trying to cover all their bases, but that smoke grenade might be a little bit suspicious as here comes VG. And Will is waiting. He fires off a shot. As Luke, I'm going to make that look easy.
Animal's hiding right next to stairs. And a big sacrifice by Mendez there. And Rizal hiding behind the box.
Danimal is incredibly low. Not much that he can do. They know where Actions is. At the same time, he's going to take a bunch of damage from that frag grenade.
Oh, that bait right behind the pillar.
Okay, he's able to get one, but he's got 16 health. There's a decent amount of time.
A
But
two-headshot. It's possible.
yep, we've seen it before. But so far, VG in pretty good control of this one. Knotson spotted, hopping up there. And here comes Actions around the corner. Immediately going to get chopped down. 8-4 is the score. And VG with many, many wins in a row now. It looks like they are in really nice control of subbase.
And they're breaking through into AC with the smokes into the control room entries so that Will cannot get any action from Shutter. So Imperial, they're actually going to come out. They're willing to challenge, loses one more. And in this case, from GR side, it is pretty hard. Every single position, you do have to worry about being outnumbered. So Will off to a position that you don't really expect when there are only 3 members left. Well, being bold going into the square.
Here comes Will. He's trying to be the hero for his team. Not the first time he would have done that. Trade over here. 3-on-2, and Will is behind them, just slowly following up.
Pretending like he's their teammate. That's one.
Catches one, and you can see they're a little bit confused. How did that even happen? MG able to pick off one, and Knotson will be taken out.
Whoa.
Will has done it again.
Pretty good rotation as VG did not care to look behind them. Like Will was basically chasing their tails for like 6-7 seconds.
Yeah. In vision. I mean, absolutely. They could have been a little bit more careful and tried to take him out, but not the case. He was actually spotted there. MG saw him and should be communicating that they are currently in the vents.
But the Imperial, they do have 2 men down a bottom.
He's on the run. Fefe able to take out 2, though, on the aggression here. MG, one of the first casualties for him. The bomb is already down on B.
All of the GDSC alone gets taken out by Ryu Zhao. Again, a round, and can potentially be a map for VG now.
Yeah, one more round will do it. good spot.
Imperial not even putting too much pressure out into a room or machine. They're just falling behind, playing this map a little too passive. I know they're GR, but sometimes you do want to control some more map just for information. As VG is moving swiftly from A side to B side because Imperial is letting them.
Well, VG going to take this really slowly. You can see that they are not going to go for any rushes just yet. As a couple of members on AC here and one nearby.
Throwing a few smokes to lockers, pretending like they're going B. And then gathering up for an attack into A side, which worked so many times. Couple of them into the controls.
All right, here they go. Downstairs, GDSC this time around. Just going to trade one back. MG in position. And that's what those two people in AC can do for you. As nice defense so far from Imperial.
1-2 trade. And then Imperial's got two members, Actions and Danimal, coming from the A room. Still having cover from AC, so VG, they're all hidden off to the side angle.
All right, let's see how they can make this retake happen. Ruzal and just get in the grinder. MG now the only one left available. He's able to snipe one, but the bomb is down here. And it's not going to be the easiest retake for him with this sniper. He's going to try to spot him, misses the shot onto Mendez. They know where he is, and the two of them will come out and take him down. The first set here will go the way of VG as they take down Imperial on subbase.
Dominant score of 5 to begin with in the first half, and even better of a result second half, which was 5-1. Imperial did not really get to play the second half at all, just placing themselves in a safe position, which was totally being read by VG all the time, breaking into hallway, the control room. They were getting some open kills, or VG actually starting with less members and still managing to plant the bomb into A side. And Imperial actually did not challenge them as much, putting more members towards A, which was sort of weird. Maybe they thought the attack was coming towards B side when VG always focused on the attack towards A side during the round robin too.
Yeah, it's very true. Maybe just expecting a little bit of a mix-up. They didn't get what they were expecting. And just overall, a lot of these small firefights, highlights, were won by the side of VG, as you can see over the course of it. That was a nice one by Will, where he was nearly able to take it back. Not much they could do in the end. So VG looking like the better team, at least on the first round, as we are about to go into our second map here in this best of 3. We do have Ankara next for this matchup.
And as we go to Ankara, Imperial might have, in this case, Imperial might have an edge to this because VG, they did suffer defending on a top couple of times. We did see it from against other teams, just a couple of times, not too many. But instead, Imperial, they were having pretty solid defense from GR. I think it's up to VG of what they actually do from BL side. But from the previous map, we just had VG just pretty much dominate over Imperial. Maybe that's going to carry into a different map. Sometimes it's going to be stopped by Imperial. I think it depends on which side Imperial wants to stay first. Maybe if they want to go attack BL. Because they have suffered so much defending just now, maybe it's safer to just go in attack instead of keep on defending against VG.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a strategy they have used very well in the past for themselves. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go back to tried and true strategies that have worked out for them. I'm still remembering Imperial from the beginning of the round robin where they were 3-0 and we were saying, you know, what's happened to all the other Brazilian teams? I thought, you know, Black Dragons were the favorite, but it was actually Imperial. We'll see if they can bring back some of that dominance and tie us up, or will it just be VG moving on to the finals? Let's find out in our second map here, jumping onto Ankara. So here we are again. Looks like one of the players was having trouble entering the game, but we will be able to get that started in just a moment. So
I know you guys got excited. So did we.
I was getting excited to get into the game, yeah.
But I think, yeah, VG is on GR and Imperial playing Blacklist, which is the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. Maybe Imperial, I think they just need to go back. They're day 1 and day 2. Remember what they did? Full out attack.
Yeah.
Not much waiting. And that was their style. It worked against many other teams. All other teams, in fact.
Yeah.
And mostly it has been 2-0s with pretty dominant score in all maps. So maybe going back to their old form, and after feedback, they actually took it slower, which is actually unusual. Well, when you are performing things and it's working out against everyone, like why would you force a change when you don't actually need one?
Yeah.
That was my
Definitely a
question
good
going
question.
into day 3 and 4, and it seems like Imperial's still keeping that in the playoff.
Yeah, I mean, certainly we were questioning it, but, you know, the pros, they have certain different ideas, and maybe they felt like, okay, well, we caught them off guard. Let's try to change up our strategy, slow things down. You know, we can just win in straight-up firefights and stuff like that, but didn't really work out too well for them. So looking for a return to that kind of a strategy to maybe work, especially here on Ankara, where I feel like this is one of the maps where they really were able to prove their stuff.
As I think Fiji is trying what Imperial did before, and it works totally fine. It worked on subbase, especially Bia, who's controlling the momentum, was actually oftentimes VG. Sort of like Black Dragons are doing. They do peak often, sometimes even losing a member. But right after what happens, either they get a kill or they get killed, they move out instantly. Either they gather up towards the A side or B side. I think a swift movement like that in game is required for all teams.
Yeah, no doubt from time to time, at least. As we are into the game now, it looks like Imperial on Blacklist. VG going to be starting off on Global Risk. And we'll see what direction they do want to take here. It looks like down the central passage now is Imperial.
Again, trying to go into office and through the passage into B, lower B. Fefe in an off angle. What a shot.
Yeah, that was real quick. Almost like they were expecting him to be there. Danimal is able to pick off one, though.
Yeah, Lukam also spotted, so the B long will be covered. And a pretty good flash with a kill through the smoke.
Yeah. Again, this is kind of what we were calling for, right? The aggressive. They went for that really early on in the round, too, not wasting too much time. Just trying to get in the faces of their opponents. MG going to pick off another one as Lukam tries his best, but that looks really close. Not quite able to land the shot. But now it's Mendez against 4 with 14 seconds. Not looking good.
And with 46 HP, 8 WM. Okay, he's not going to go for the plant at all. Looking for an escape kill.
Nice little try there, but doesn't end up mattering as the pistol takes him out. And Imperial do move ahead. So nice play from them. As we'll see if they continue with this. You know, when they were winning a lot, it's like they would do this every single round, and they would just choose a different angle. Maybe they'd choose the same 2-3 times in a row, but then they'd switch it up. And it always seemed to work out pretty well for them, as it was a bit of an unexpected strategy.
Ooh, Mendez overextends out the air duct into quarter boxes. Gets taken out by MG. That's been his favorite spot, as he would always cut one coming out from air duct, either a long or even from AC, the connector from the center. I think Imperial is going to benefit a lot if they keep this position, and also VG extending. And just like that, Lukaum sneaking into the quarter passage.
They had no idea that he would be there. He's looking for GDSC here. He's going to pick off 2. And now he's like a rogue agent in the back line here.
Because of this rotation, B side is open, wide open. There's no one. Just came into spawn.
Yeah, no one to plan it to force everybody over here into their defensive setup. Will is going to find Fefe and go down.
If Fefe wins an uncomfortable battle there by having a better flick.
Mal is able to spray them down, and now Lukaum is alone as he was earlier on. He's looking to get into this backline against Actions and Danimal.
Yeah, way too good with those predictions and shots land. Pretty good aim. Lukaum, he does know there's one more.
But not enough time to go for the defuse. Great play there from Imperial, able to just spray them down and make that look easy on the defense of the bomb site. 2-0 now to Imperial.
As I think Imperial is going to keep position, look for those overextension by VG again. 3-8 top. One looking to go for to B bottom. And potentially a bait from Liu Zhao.
Will we see a rush into A at any point? So far, it's been a couple towards B.
And 5 rifles for VG as they want to have quick backup. MG, I think he wants to challenge into either A long or even into air duct. Setting up grenades.
Trying to set up those smokes and flashes into the site, and they end up not committing. Here we go. Finally, Action's going to come on in, but the backup is already here from VG as they are spraying through the flash. They get dominated. Their double kill for GDSZ. Knotson able to trade one back.
Pretty good flash timing, but MG again strikes. Mendez coming out from AC. And all they can do is try to take a top control back. But they have to come through the smoke and wait for at least 3-4 more seconds. And not even going to try to poke. All 4 members watching top only.
Well, they got to go now.
Yeah, MG's ready A long.
That was a easy chop down. Him, Fefe also going to go down 3-0 now. Imperial on the defensive A site this time around, as we were kind of expecting VG just get dominated 3 rounds in a row here. Not a very good look for them after winning the first match, or the first set, rather.
As VG's not really committing a passive defensive position from GR, and MG ready. He's been staying there for some time. Even Lukaum trying to challenge MG, but that's not the best idea. Yeah, this B entry from Office is usually totally controlled by AWM.
Okay, that was a nice couple of kills coming in to follow up through the central passage here, as they are looking to make their way in through the lower side of B. You can see, though, the rotations are coming in. Ryuzao is on the site, looking for anyone. As he's going to hear them here, pokes out and goes down.
Just a little too early. Knotson trying to take control back, but he's all alone. 3v1.
Yeah.
Going to rotate it from potentially B long, as MG is alive. Doesn't know where the sniper is.
You see, he's looking for those headshots, but now they're going to expect him here from this angle. The grenade is good, and so is the pistol shot from MG. How about 4-0 here in this side? On Blacklist, Imperial making it look really easy.
Yeah, VG needs to find the passive position in the windows and make less rotations after choosing how many. Unless it is being forced by forced by Imperial. They're making too many. They're having too many deaths by approaching into the central passage from yard. This is already, I think, in total 5 deaths just by approaching them when MG is oftentimes looking out, or at least 2 rifles. Yeah, from all the way from BL spawn. And it's been hurting VG a lot. That's the reason why Imperial's got first 4. Now, after forcing this much of a passive position from VG, Imperial was able to go through 3, now only ready with 2 members. One at stairs, gets cut off, 1 A top.
It's a great entry play from GDS. He's going to open it wide open here. You can see Notson just on the run. He's able to pick off a couple, though, after getting GDSZ. Gets Will. But now he is quite low. Should be taken down here. But here is the backup. Fefe coming in, and this is finally a round where it looks decent for the side of VG on GR.
And MG already around GR spawn, looking to cut down those back A passage kills, and Animal just running away to B site as soon as possible.
Oh, I love it. That is such a good position. And great map play from MG to get in there.
Yeah, it also pulls a big rotational work from VG, at least through the central passage or even into quarter passage, so that Animal can have big rotation and also time to plant. So well thought out from Imperial, especially MG, who's with 7 and 1.
Yeah, he's been having a good couple of rounds once again. The consistency is back. MG gets one. Danimal, though, is incredibly low.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Pretty sure Mendez, he wants to just jump the top.
Oh, and he is going to pick it off. And finally, VG will pick up a round here. It was looking pretty dire for them, but finally, they're able to claw back a victory.
I'm just amazed at positional decision and the accurate shots coming out from MG today. This map has been about him, and also some great entry kills by GDSZ. I believe it was 8-2, if I remember correctly, from having this many rounds. 7-2. And Mendez now with that AWM. They have tried these before when VG tried this when things were not working out. Turned out to be great against few opponents, but not as well against Imperial and Black Dragon.
All right, looks like they're setting up for another A rush here. Laying down the smokes. Will they actually commit to it is the question, as the nades do come out, and VG a little bit late on the rotation. As there's the hail of grenades coming on in. Ryuzan a little bit of trouble, just going to go for the spray, and he does get taken down. Notson coming in next.
Lovely late overnade from NG from quarters. Getting that flash, and then he's there.
It's a nice little play. Lucam tries to get a couple, and that he does. Now it is 2-on-2 after that maneuver. The bomb not down yet. Nice spray through the smoke. Make that 1-on-1. Action's coming back, but he doesn't have much health at all.
That's Lucam, the opposite, having full HP. So within these retreat, as he does have C4, sometimes staying at a bait position is also okay, as he has some time to move around.
Yeah.
Just going to plant and carry this quick momentum. Oh, I don't
Spotted.
Yes, I think Lucam also.
Yep. Pretty easy lineup there. 3 health was the number for actions, so can't really blame him. Tried to do his best, but that is going to be a second round now going into the hands of VG, as it seems like finally they've caught on to, you know, something throughout the flood that was coming in after Imperial did open up those floodgates.
Another play you can sort of do, especially when you have C4, even before plant, pretend like you're going into the bomb site, and then stop at a spot where you can bait the opponent when you know that there's a rotation coming, and just get an easy headshot. Of course, VG members won't be that easy. And Imperial after a few quick attack into B site and A site after it fails twice in a row.
That's Mendez saying, "Get away from me, grenade. Don't stand so close to me." But they were not rushing down there. It looks like they're considering going up here.
Towards yard, maybe towards B, as Will is going to find the first kill onto Lucam. Lucam was actually looking for a bait. Out
Right.
B bottom.
Yeah, Mendez does have a pretty nice spot, but that's unfortunate timing for him as the rush is already on. But Fefe is able to hold that off angle and make this defense a lot easier. Comes out at the perfect time that time around.
Yeah, they're sandwiched.
Ooh, Danimal though.
1-1.
Oh, he picks off 3, just barely able to pull it off there. Nice little heroic performance from him in the clutch, as now he is 11-3 on this map.
As VG could have collapsed on all 3 members. The teamwork was good, but it didn't follow up all the way till the end. And their Danimal just coming up clutch, as he is also carrying the team with lots of back entry, back and rotational entry into sight. He's finding those easy kills. Now Fefe ready up here. He's going to be feeling.
Yeah. First time they've kept someone here, he's going to spot so many of them. And he picks off 1, and the rest of his team is able to follow up really nicely. But Danimal trades 1 back. It is all up to GDSZ now, who is very, very low. Not able to get in the back there, as Nonson does take him down. VG will at least pick off a 3rd round, but still looking good for Imperial, ahead 2 on Blacklist. Gotta like their chances on this map.
But moving a little slower than compared to the first couple of rounds in the first half. Would love to see them rotate a little quicker, either A or B. They're giving a lot more time for VG to have backup. What's the reason why they were sandwiched at B bottom and also from the front yard just now? So they need to pick up on movement speed, either the shot calling or the movement itself.
I liked that little aggressive play, by the way. Lucam and Mendez were moving up the right side of the map and were able to pick off Will before anything even got started here. Thankfully for Imperial, Will hasn't been the main guy doing all the damage this time around, as it has been Danimal. But either way, they're able to get on the site here, but it's still looking pretty good. 5v3 for VG, spamming through the box a little bit.
They have all 4 members with the flash to have a late entry. Another pretty good flash.
All right, just trying to run it in, as Danimal is the only one left available. They actually did a nice amount of damage on the defense, but 3v5 is always going to be difficult, as at least VG were able to pick off that last round on GR. But still, as we always like to mention, if you are able to win by any margin on the side of Blacklist, generally going to be feeling pretty good about that.
As now with switch sides, VG still looking to control from the passage. They do have the smoke upstairs to yard. Ooh, and a nice pick.
Yeah. Notice how they don't commit to it, though. They just go in, get the pick, back off. Look
And
for another angle.
MG actually moved up quite far, almost into the passage. From B bottom, it was VG getting a pretty good smell. And throwing a couple towards A top, having a big rotation. From center into yard, is it going to be straight up B? They did fake A.
Yeah. Nice flash is going to delay that push, as Actions is able to get the defense going here as well. Will on the site is going to be demolished, though, by the flash. Not able to defend too well. Here comes Notson. joining in with this team.
But Imperial, the bomb's not down. And it's actually being held by Imperial. And this position from action was crucial to control that B long.
You see GDSC was looking for that angle. Now it is only GDSC. The rest of VG making their way. They want to pick up that bomb and then move on back.
To B side, which is actually an opportunity for GD.
Yeah. Bomb is going to be planted. He misses that snipe. And actually, VG are able to get a round here going on Blacklist, giving themselves a chance now to come ahead in this one, all tied up. And I have to say, the way they played that first round on Blacklist was pretty clean.
From VG?
Yeah.
Imperial, they can control a lot of the map. Now going in deep. And much like how VG played in the previous map into the machine room, Imperial is trying a similar style. GR spawn side has been controlled now. But the backup from the A side.
Oh man, Fefe is on fire tonight. He's going to get 3 more, or 3 in total rather, as he picks up 2 more. And now they're going to be able to get this bomb down onto A as he was catching the rotation very nicely. Mendez is able to get 1. Action's the only one left here. He picks off 1.
He saw something from the stairs, but was also concerned about Mendez coming from A long. But good check overall.
As it looks like we won't have any issues. Will's back. And getting aggressive this a little bit now is Imperial over there on the right side.
Yeah, still 6-5 as VG. He's looking to open again into the B bottom. They will have actions go back and forth, maybe even to a bait position now because he's really low. And so far, VG has been controlling the center all the way into the yard, which is sort of open by Imperial. But the important fact is that they could not get too much information from the office. VG swiftly moves into the A quarters. And if they attack fast enough, they can do it. The backup has to be slow now.
Yeah, Grenade not able to get too much damage down. GDSC trying to hold the angle, but he does get chopped down. Trading kills back and forth. Mendez going to take a bit of damage. Actually not looking the right way. They're all coming from the back side here as Fefe is able to respond. Ruzal picks off 1, and now it is 1-on-1. Will getting 3 kills on the round so far.
And just rotating this out as there's still a lot of time just in case a big B rotation from A site.
Okay, it looks like Ruzal is actually going to stick here. Although as he pops out, Ruzal ends up looking the other way.
Yeah, and now I was going to be thinking that it's going to be a B plant because he has checked A top, did not get any ID check.
And Ruzal's like, oh, I guess he's just not coming here. I'll just put the bomb down. And now Will has that information for the 1v1.
Yeah, 1v1 is still not that far off. And you've got some time to work with.
Yeah, 25 seconds.
Yeah, pretending like you have backed off. That's Ruzal, and a timing attack pretty well read by Ruzal. Going to give another point for VG.
Yeah, really nice timing for him to pop out there. And that, again, that's 3 rounds in a row now for VG. And we saw this a little bit on Subbase as well, where after the half, they just exploded into Blacklist. And they've been looking so strong on this side here in a couple of maps in a row. And you got to know that Black Dragons are looking at this and taking note of it, at least for now.
Because likely you will be playing a lot of these maps in best of 5. So So taking every single note, their movement, where they like to go, what they are specifically focusing on. Well, actually,
Okay.
he crouched and walked out for that headshot.
Yeah. Here comes Knotson. He's like, well, maybe they won't expect me to follow up after 3 of my allies died. And I don't think he would be wrong in that idea. Looks like he's gone totally undetected all the way in the back here.
Yeah, GDSC just slips by when he was right next to him.
Yeah, and Ruzhao helping out here, going to get that first kill. Those shots, though, that's going to tell them where he is now. As that's okay. Knotson looks like he just wants to go in towards A. Nobody on the site currently, so he can just easily plant this one.
As Rizal still has control from the center, even looking towards the yard, make sure no one's coming. Imperial actually set up that the moment that C4 is planted, they have at least one from every single connector. Either it's passage from A or quarters. And switching into a more of a bait spot for Rizal.
All right, bomb down, 2v3. VG just looking to set up a pretty passive hold here. It looks like the 2 members currently on the site as the rotation is coming in from Imperial. Looks like all 3 members looking to attack from the A passage. Here they come. Looks like Rizal is going to take the first one with the help of Knotson, but here comes Danimal, takes out both of them. And just barely is going to get in there. You can see the low health bars. Danimal has 20 kills so far in 13 rounds. This guy has been having a day out.
In and out of B and A, especially in that blacklist. He's been the rotational player for the team. Even in sub-base, finding a lot of kills. That's the reason why he has stacked up so many. And again, VG just smoking out A long. Because you do feel the pressure from Imperial into the office. You don't want to force yourself and lose another member by going alone.
Ooh, this is a quick aggression here. Gonna go straight on through. MG gets that very important information down. Because they want to move on to both sites, it looks like, towards B now. They come in. Actions and MG do a nice little job trading back a couple of kills, making it 3-on-3 as the bomb is going to go down onto B.
And now Imperial trying to take it back from the yard. How many do they spend on B bottom? Just one. GDSC trying to open and look for those behind the box sites.
Stepping out was Knotson. Oh man, MG coming on in and Danimal helping out here. It is only Lucam left available. 12 seconds. They're gonna try and get in, and they do. And Imperial will get the defense off and tie things up 7-7. It's really either team's set to win here from this position.
Much more neck and neck compared to the first map. Imperial has been pretty good with those retakes, but still I think VG is winning in terms of where they choose to attack and when. A few seconds of wait right after those smoke and flash into A site. With that, which continued right after into B site, has been helping their timing a lot.
Ooh. 11 damage on that one. Danimal once again. Can't help saying his name over and over because he just keeps getting the job done. Lucam, though, having a nice little round here. Picks up a couple of kills for himself. 3-on-3 again. Some lower health bars, but the bomb is down for VG.
And GDSC does not open up B long. MG at B bottom.
Fefe, though.
That's a hard sniper spot.
This match is Fefe versus Danimal right now. I mean, Fefe, again, he's kind of this guy that, you know, he always seems to be in the right spot at the right time later on in the rounds and ends up getting double kills, triple kills. He's like the multi-kill master. And at least over the course of this America division, Invitational. And he has come in the clutch here on Kara. Looks like as a little bit of aggression here towards A.
Yeah, mixing things up. Feeling a few, but I think they have either spotted. Yeah, the rotation of Will. I think he has thrown. He threw something into the quarter side.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why entire VG wanted to just rotate and get that person.
I remember Will, he came back into the game. He got 3 kills. He was 3-0. Now he's 3-5. So hasn't been able to line it up as Actions is an unfortunate timing on the reload, but MG is there to help out as well after the double kill. So 2 on 3. VG making their way in. Nice little double kill. Comes in from Yuzhao, just lines him up. And that's the one thing we never want to see on defense, lining yourself up and making that double kill easy. As Danimal once again looking for the angle.
Yeah, Danimal is not stopping. He's feeling this rhythm, and it's actually very, very fast.
Absolutely.
So from the defensive side, you don't really expect, but Yuzhao, again, the shots landing perfectly for VG.
Yeah, nicely done there. As Rizal is coming in the clutch once again. Gotta like what he has pulled off. As now, let's see where they do want to go for. So far, the rotations coming in, the aggressive ones from GR, have come in a lot here from Imperial, but not this time around.
This might be the last. VG off to a match point, bringing themselves into the grand finals. Here we go.
Let's see if they can make it. Danimal is just an animal right now.
3-2 trade, better for GR side. Imperial looking to go 3 men in. They do have a lot of flash, not as much as we thought.
Oh,
Mendez peeking.
Ooh, he misses. Action's gonna take that one down. And now Ryuzao has to get to the bomb.
Mendez is so aggressive. Not lining down that many shots in the round, but still being that aggressive with an AWM. Shows that they still have that much of a momentum lead.
I like this from Ryuzao. See if you can catch someone on a bit of a rotation if they're expecting that you're planting B.
But there's no reason for Imperial to make that sort of rotation, though. So they're taking it very slow, just guarding the A site.
That's good defensive play. Because a retake 3-on-1 is going to be extremely easy, rather than a couple of members just getting picked off. Rizal coming on in. The rotation now is coming through from Imperial. They're going to leave one guy on A site.
Rizal might go down the moment he finishes planting.
Coming in from behind. That's going to be an easy kill. A little bit unfortunate there for sure. But that is going to be Imperial now 1 round away from tying it up. We could get into extra rounds here. And Imperial are putting up such a great fight. Got to hand it to them. They dropped a lot of rounds there in the middle of this one, but they started off strong, and they're coming back here with a vengeance.
SVG, I think they wanted to force another A attack, just smoking out A long and the yard side, making sure there is less of a pressure from Imperial, only allowing the office and the B long control. Just throwing 2 men. I think they want to take MG down, as MG was spotted there initially, but this time hiding next to the office. Back to 5 rifles.
All right, it looks like they have made a decision. VG, they're going to look to set this up.
And also an aggressive position from Danimal and GDSC next to the air duct.
Oh, you can't get any kills, though, on the engage. And here come the flashes immediately. Danimal is taken out, and he is their clutch guy. GDSC, though, comes in the clutch. This time around, Will is going to be shut down.
Pepe.
And now it's only MG and Actions coming in here, 2v3 from the A passage.
Pepe still alive, a lot of HP in this duo.
All right, Actions starting off strong.
Yeah, C4 is down at the base spot, so eventually VG has to come up here.
like this spot from Musa, actually. Although Mendez just gets chopped down. And incredibly low here is Rizal, 23 health. He's trying to ring around the rosy a little bit.
He might be able to get one.
Oh, this would be so clutch. Just gonna pull it off as